What's going on, world? It's Workout Wednesday, January 21st, 2015. Me, Ray, Will. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Running pretty late. There was some issues with Google Hangout. Wasn't allow us to start on time, but we fixed or we worked it out, and now we're here. So if we can just jump right into our cheat sheet. Go ahead, Will.
All right, you guys hear me? All right,
Yep.
Boost Juice, never ending boost. This is more than just another drink. Dare to turn your dream into reality, to inspire a generation to go further, instill confidence in oneself, and transform into a new you. Motivation, determination, and patience, strength, unity, and peace is our recipe for you to succeed. Join the movement, boostjuice.com, bottle type 20 ounce, 591 milliliters. Heat set Amcor, Power Flex, long neck PET, polyethylene terephthalate, bottle diameter 2.582 inches, bottle width 2.582 inches, bottle height 8.5 inches, net weight of fluid 619.1 grams, the gross weight of fluid and bottle 659.1 grams, finish 38 millimeters, bottle weight 40 grams, nutrition facts, serving size 8 fluid ounces, 240 milliliters, 60 milligrams of natural caffeine per 8 fluid ounces, 150 milligrams of natural caffeine per 20 fluid ounce. Serving per container is 2.5, calories 70 per serving with 175 total, calories from fat 0, total fat 0, saturated fat 0 grams, trans fat 0 grams, cholesterol 0 milligrams, sodium 0 milligrams, total carbohydrates 17 grams per serving with a 42.5 total, with a percent daily value of 6% with a total of 15%. Dietary fiber 0 grams. Sugars 16 grams with a total of 40. Protein 0 grams. Vitamin A 2% with a 5% total. Vitamin C 8%, 20% total. Calcium 2% with a 5% total, and iron is at 0%. Ingredients, we got apple juice base, mango juice, pineapple juice, noni juice, extract, tropical banana, and taro. Our dominant flavors are taro and tropical banana. Benefits of ingredients. Apple juice reduces bad cholesterol levels and enhances the cardiovascular health of a person. The risk of getting heart disease is reduced significantly. It is helpful for weight loss, improves the functioning and health of the intestines, combats constipation effectively, cleans liver and kidneys, and reduces the risk of kidney and liver disease. It improves digestion, and eliminates harmful toxins from the body. Contains antioxidants, which prevent different kinds of cancer, vitamin C. It is very good for lungs, and it lowers the risk of asthma. Next up, we got mango juice. It improves the memory and concentration, prevents mental weakness. It is very rich in beta-carotene, which prevents heart disease and other ailments. It combats poor digestion and acidity. It is very effective for liver disorders. It is rich in vitamin A, so it's good for your eyesight. It makes the complexion fair and the skin soft and shiny. Pineapple juice contains an enzyme bromelad, a natural anti-inflammatory that encourages the healing of bruises and swelling in the body. Bromelad can reduce arthritis pain and post-operative swelling. Also promotes good digestion by helping the body break down proteins. Contains vitamin C, which functions as a natural antioxidant. It promotes a healthy immune system and can help you recover more quickly from a cold. Also promotes cell growth, tissue repair, and the body's production of collagen, a protein that plays an important role in the healing of wounds. It also helps the body metabolize fats and absorb iron. Noni juice extract provides a protection against the development of cancer. Also exhibits anti-tumor properties. It is an immune booster and considered one of the most nutritious fruits. Many of its nutrients are known to stimulate the immune system. It is considered a digestive stimulant, traditionally used as a laxative. It is also have been found to be 75% as effective as morphine sulfate in relieving pain without the toxic side effects. It is effective against bacteria and fungus with active compounds like anthronines, sproleptine, and terpenes. Next up, we got taro, which is a root vegetable grown in semi-tropical climates. Taro root is a low glycemic index. Has a low glycemic index. A low GI means that taro affects blood sugar levels slowly without the peaks and crashes of a high GI, which leads to increased hunger later on. Eating a diet of low GI foods can also help prevent diabetes. It contains good amounts of vitamin A and C. Last up, we got natural tropical banana. It contains good amounts of antioxidants, minerals, and vitamins. It replenishes energy and revitalizes the body instantly. Vitamin C helps the body develop resistance against infectious agents and scavenge harmful oxygen-free radicals. Malic acid, it is an organic compound that is made by all living organisms, contributes to the pleasantly sour taste of fruits, and is used as a food additive. Natural caffeine, the raw green Arabica coffee bean, is considered to make milder, less bitter coffee. It is the Adam and Eve of coffee beans. It is grown in Ethiopia as well as 70 other equatorial countries. Pectin with corn syrup solids is a gelling agent used as a stabilizer of fruit juices. It gives you an excellent mouthfeel with taste consumers expect from fruit juices. Note the difference between HFCS and corn syrup solids are that HFCS is in the liquid form and is 100% glucose. Corn syrup solids is dehydrated until it's only 10% water and is in the powder form.
Alright, so we started this thing pretty much at like, what was it, 5:58 or something? 5:58, somewhere around there. So we'll finish at like 6:58. I wanted to do 20-minute segments. I know sales isn't here, but I wanted to do first. We want to start off with distribution, what we've been working on. You got that pulled up, Ray?
Yeah, hold on.
We'll do distribution first, and then marketing, and then since sales isn't here, I guess he's trying to get on his phone. Then we'll close it out. So we got 6:06 right now. 20 minutes from now, then we'll move into marketing.
You want us to just talk about what we've been working on, or show something? Or?
Well, yeah, after distribution comes up, and then we'll go into marketing. We'll go over a few things. Like, so everything that we're gonna do right here with distribution is basically Ray put together a report. I had him put together a report of like inventory, logistics, what we've been able to do, how much product has been moving since the start of this new year, and that's what it's going to come down to every week. And question, like everybody outside of distribution, your mind should be always thinking about questions, like what kind of questions that you should be asking to understand what the behind the scenes things are. Like what do we need to know so that if our number is called or if we're called upon, we're ready to fill in. Like it was like there was nobody missing. For example, and this he just took what was logged in, the data that was logged in, and he put it together on a spreadsheet, so that we, moving forward, like instead of us trying to figure out, oh man, what the hell has been moving, or how much product have we sold this week or the last week, and we always find ourselves not keeping up to date each and every week. Now this time around, every week it's got this stuff has got to be shown to the whole team so that we know, like, okay, why are we, like, one of the questions I'll throw out there, for example, and it's for sales. Like, we look at these numbers when he pulls them up, and my question would be to sales, why are we hitting our quota for the week? What is causing us to not meet um, that desired number that we had set for ourselves? That's an example. Now, you guys could have some other questions like, okay, what is our how many pallets did we pick up this within this month? You know, it should be on there, but how many pallets did we pick up this month? And all right, so we use this amount of samples, we give away, or we distributed this amount of product. Does it add up to the amount of product that we picked up? Look, there's another example. So those are some of the questions I just want to throw out there that would, when he goes over this right now.
Cool. All right. Can you just click on the little thing? You guys can see again.
Yep. Yeah.
So basically, yeah, that's all I did was I took the master that Boog has, and I just you know, like Boog was saying, we have to stop being so broad about our information, and we really have to dial it in and, you know, break it down. And why not do it week to week? You know, we already check every day, so every Friday, you know, on the Friday meeting, there's going to be a weekly update. And basically, it's just something to keep track, something to keep us informed as to how we did this week, where we need to focus more attention. It's pretty simple. Every day, I'll the same thing. I'll send out a text, get all the information, log it in, and by Friday, we'll have, like Boog said, a weekly update as to what we did this week. My thing is when we go about like shooting these texts out and stuff, like one of the issues I had was like Boog, like we have to figure out a system to where the information is like if I send out a text, right? It's up right now. It's so broad that sometimes I'll get the same answer from Boog, from Mick, from Pi. So I'm like, how do I eliminate that? How do I get just the correct information rather than the same information? You know, it kind of negates the purpose because I'm going back and forth trying to figure out, oh, well, is that the same two that Boog had, or is that the same two that Mick had? So that's something we got to think about. But right here, like week 1 of January, obviously we didn't make any moves. Our year actually started on the 5th, so I got it broken down into retail accounts, direct to consumer. Distribution is gonna be just whenever CTC or premium beverage picks up pallets. Giveaways, that's gonna be like the 10+1 or the 5+1, and then samples. So I figure if we just get everything dialed in very, we stop being so broad and just every single bottle, I have to keep track of, because I'm not even sure how much money we lost last year, and that's a bad thing. So we have to keep track of all this stuff. This is the easiest way for me, so this is why I made it like this. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't make it. I had Lisa help me. She's a lot better. I just
outsource, bro. Outsource.
For real. I'm like, you do this shit every day, all day. So let me give you my information. You hook me up, and she banged it out. So now I'm like, oh man, I need one for raw materials. I need one for ingredients. We're gonna get on the ball this year. But this is the weekly/monthly inventory update. It's very self-explanatory. Everything I put in, it calculates itself. So at the end of the week, we got our totals, and like Book said, we can go ahead and basically tell on ourselves where did we lack in, what do we need work, where do we need to focus on, and also what do we do good at. That way we can repeat. But if you guys can think of anything else that we might need to keep track of, I'm all for that. Just let me know and we'll integrate it and stuff. But it's really self-explanatory. If you guys want to, I'll send it to you and stuff. But that was pretty much what I've been doing the past 2 days.
So on these on the samples,
Yeah.
like on January 5th, you got for the unit, you got 1 unit.
Yeah.
Does that mean that whole bottle was gone that day, or because I know sometimes we like have a little bit left and then we use it again.
Nah.
Is that
As
used?
soon as that bottle was cracked open, that's one. we're not saving any.
Yep. Yeah, I like how you labeled it with all the like the cases and the units, and then you got the total on the right side. It's so easy to figure out what exactly went out each week and each day.
That was the thing. That was the biggest problem I think last year with keeping track was I was so used to just all right, I'll get this information from Pizzo, Boog, and Mick, and it really wasn't accurate. It wasn't accurate enough. This way we get it right down to the unit. I need to know exactly where everything that comes, from HA Rider, as soon as it leaves there, I need to know where it's going, what it's doing. That's the only way we're going to be able to keep track of costs and, figure out ways to cut costs and figure out where we need to spend this money and stuff. But I think that was S.
All right, so because S is watching right now.
Okay.
Actually, I was just quoting. Never mind. I thought he was sending some. But just to reiterate what Ray was going over, the purpose is simple. Because of the fact that I don't know if you guys heard, but there was like this picture quote when they said 2013 was practice, 2014 was warm up, and then 2015 is the real game, right? I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but this is 2015, and 2013 we were just trying to figure things out. 2014 we played the whole year, and then now 2015, because of everything that we experienced, even though we were already talking about this in the first year, it took some time. It took some time to really just buckle down and say, hey, man, I need to do my part. And to be honest, especially because of the valuable assets that we have, which are people with skills, people that understand how to put together something like this, which is real simple. But for us, if you don't spend no time on it, of course, we're not going to know how to put a simple Excel spreadsheet together where it calculates for you. Because me personally, I still just do everything manually because it works for me. Everybody else is different. I know there's faster ways, but for me, I still do it manually. But for to have the luxury of our network, our people that have these skill sets at our disposal, that's what we have to take advantage of. And this right here doesn't just come once, once this is it, like this is the end of the show. Nah, this is on a constant, consistent basis. Like when we look at this right here, and we're looking at week 1, and we're saying to ourselves, once again, we really started on the 5th. I mean, because obviously the new year, January 1st, 2nd, there's nothing really going on as far as business-wise. Everybody's just coming into the new year. They're still closing out their books for 2015, and they're just prepping. And then, you go into the next week, and you're saying to yourself, January 5th, we saw 27 cases to the retailer. The 6th, we did 3 cases. And wait a second. I don't think this. This is right here.
Some. Hold on, let me see.
What's that, man?
I just did a delivery to the Kiokis right now too. So
All right, cool. I just want to pull up this spreadsheet real quick. Right here, 29. So let's yeah, we gotta make some corrections. There's actually two more cases on that on the 5th.
You know what? Are you taking into? Cause are you taking in the giveaways, the 10+1 and the 5+1?
Ah, that's where it is, 29. But there's still 30 I have,
Ooh.
right? Oh no, it's 29. I got okay. Now I see it. All right, so yeah, I mean, breaking it down, 20. Okay, two giveaways. Now we want to get to a point where it's not only this right here,
Uh-huh.
but we're also looking at giveaways. What does it cost us to manufacture? So if we're giving away two cases, it costs us $12.84 to produce. So we put that expense out there. So $12.84 times two, bam, we just gave away the what, 25, $26 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Or,
See, I wasn't sure. This
25, 68.
See, this
So that
is just inventory. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to go ahead and integrate like the sales part, the cost and stuff, which we definitely should, obviously.
yeah, because I mean, if once again, because you brought up a point where you said that I don't even know what we lost,
Yeah, yeah,
right? I don't even know what we lost last year. So this right here will put an end to that. Not knowing, now we know.
yeah.
By adding the additional information of what these, because if you guys think about what S was talking about, man, we really need to get it deep. Like, okay, if it ain't our division, most of us tend to, okay, let me try and prep before, or let me get to something else, and not even paying attention about what's going on. Now, this year, we need to understand what's going on every level, and to understand that is to understand these numbers. Like, if we understand, like he said, okay, we know what we spent on manufacturing and producing product, but we need to go a step further. After all that manufacturing and production costs, how much do we actually make back? We know those numbers, but how much do we lose from giving away, the plus ones, the plus fives, whatever? And then by keeping track of this, that's going to allow us to see, damn, either we need to cut these deals out, or okay, we're working. So far, you know what is the only we've been able to do these deals, but at the same time, um, we still like because we're doing larger manufacturing runs. That's what we have to keep in mind, because of the money that we're reinvesting into it. We have to be able to see, all right, man, are we doing this right? And this is how we're going to be able to find out if we are. Another thing, because we got 3 minutes in distribution, 3 minutes left. But we look at, once again, we ask ourselves, okay, we went from 27 cases. Yeah, it was January 5th. There was a lot of accounts that needed to be serviced. Then we went to 3. Then we went to 1. Then we went to 0, 0. And then direct to consumer, 28.5 units right there. So we went 2 days without selling. Right, Thursday and Friday. We went 2 days without selling. Now we talked about this in the following week. When we got to the 12th, we said, man, we need to do the buyback program from ourselves. I mean, if we're not able to sell direct to consumer, we gotta sell to ourselves. 2 for 5s. Therefore, there's always movement. Because if you think about 2013, there was always some kind of movement, whether we were buying it back from ourselves, and then we weren't even doing 2. What were we doing? Yeah, we came a little bit later, but yeah, we were buying back from ourselves, and we need to implement that tough this year because of the fact that we need all the sales that we can get. Yeah, the stores, the sampling events, we got them with that. But us as a company, we still need to sell direct to consumer, which is to ourselves. This week, I don't even know if there wasn't so far once. Well, actually, this goes to the 12th. The 12th through the 17th. We were talking about it actually on the what did we say, Wednesday or Thursday or something. We had brought it up or something to start implementing that buyback. And then, but look at even this week right now. Look at on Monday, the 19th, direct to consumer. We got 2 cases. On Tuesday, we got nothing. On today, Wednesday, we have 1 case. That you said? Did you deliver 1 case to him, Shioki?
I just delivered. Yeah, because he called me on my way home from dropping off Anthony, and I just stopped by there real quick, dropped it off. But I didn't have an invoice, so I got to drop the invoice and pick up the cash tomorrow, as well as Mundo's, because by the time I got back to Mundo's, he was already closed at like 4:30. So I got to pick up the cash there too. So.
Oh yeah, and then I sold a direct consumer case too.
Cool. And all this information has to be, you have to give a response to Ray. When Ray throws it out there, and he said he had some confusion because he'll get like 3 texts. And in those 3 texts, the reason why I text, I mean, it's good to have 3 texts, but all those numbers are just really, it's 2. You know what I mean? It's not 6. It's 2 samples were used. If I'm not, and it could easily be going, it could easily get as simple as this, because the reason I feel that I have to respond to you just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have to give you that some kind of just in case nobody else responds, but it is that, and then you can always double check as well. Did we use 2 or 6? Because I got 2, I got 2 over here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just safe. I mean, you guys can't be annoyed when somebody sends out a text. You guys got to be responsive. I mean, we all work 9-to-5 jobs, and you go in there for 8 hours and you listen to whoever's your manager, your boss. You listen to that dude, whatever he tells you to do. Because why? Because you're working for him. Yeah. Now, even it's the same thing here. Like, if somebody is in a certain division and they're asking for specific information or they need something, they have to be more responsive. And it starts with that communication. Like Will, he asked me for some pictures last week. I didn't even get to him until today. He asked me again. I said, "Oh damn, let me just do it myself because let me just figure this out. How do you add the little photo or the folder to Facebook?" And bam, did it for him. But that's helping him out. But now it's got to be like speed up the process, because it shouldn't take him telling me 3 times. It's like, "Hey, Oos, I need these pictures. Hey, Oos, I need these pictures. Hey, Oos, I need." Oh shit, my bad. But it should be on the first go. You know what I mean? How hard is it to really send some pictures? But it starts at the top, and it starts with us getting better at being more responsive. So that's distribution right there. That's the wrap up. Once again, Ray can send this out to all of you guys if you need it. If you guys watch this over and you think about any other questions that come to mind, feel free to write them down. Even text them. "Hey man, I was thinking about this. It was good. And then also there was we picked up a pallet. When was that? Last Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
One more thing. If you do make a sale, it doesn't matter what kind of sale it was, or even a sample or whatever. Make sure you text. I know we're on the meeting right now, but even if you do like tell me over the phone, or if you can, please make sure you text it. That way, I always have something to go back to. That way, it just eliminates. Oh, damn, I forgot what he said, or just always make sure you use your phone and you text it out. If you can't, if you don't have a phone, just email it. But just leave. It's all about leaving a paper trail. But that's just something I need. So Pizzo, the case you made, go ahead and text that to me. Will, the case you sold, go ahead and text that to me, and let's just start getting the habit of doing that.
Hey Ray, can you send me this too?
Yeah, yep.
Because this just looks like a totally easier way just to keep, even for me, like, like with everything as well. Even when I do like a weekly presentation to show what's sold, this looks like a totally easier way to keep track of everything.
So I'll send them out. Oh, good.
Send it to everybody else.
Cool.
Yeah. And that go. I mean, just to add on to that, I know we went over a few minutes, but even when I was telling you about what we gave away, sales should be there to back you up with how much we've actually made. I mean, I know it's already it's down, but this right here, just to be able to have someone to back you up, that's what we're looking for with all this data right here. Just to be safe. I mean, you can't go wrong with having two people logging
Yeah.
data, and making sure. Okay, man, I got this number. Wait, I got this number. Wait, let's do that. Let's do it again. Just so everybody's on the same page.
That sounds good.
So now we'll move right into marketing real quick.
All right. Just for this week, what I had going on was me and Boog talked about writing a schedule out for me throughout the week. So last Thursday and Friday, I was kind of behind on my schedule, but I caught up on there, and what I was doing was every day I basically making posts on Facebook and Twitter with some engagement throughout the day, and then I reached out to Athena from the Socks Box, and just talking to her about her email marketing and what they use for their emailing list, so we can add on to ours. I don't know exactly how many contacts she had, but she's going to be emailing that over to me. Should be tonight. I haven't checked my email today, but I talked to her last night, and she said that she's going to send that over to me. And she also had another event possibly that we can do as far as a little collaboration thing. But once I get more information about it, I'll bring it to the table to you guys.
All right. I want to, because what I want us to get into the habit of, like when we have these Wednesday meetings, is really like these questions that I want to press. I want to know, like, as far as marketing, what is something that we like that you feel is like, man, we really need to push on something. Like you mentioned apparel, right? You said something about that when we were talking. But what are some like main things that you feel from a marketing standpoint that is pressing? Like we need to really do this. We need to attack this because I want to focus more on game planning for certain things. You know what I mean? If it's apparel, well, let's talk about apparel. Let's talk about what pricing is right now. Let's put together a little budget spreadsheet. Let's talk about what the mind frame is how we're gonna push this. Certain things like that. I want us to get into that kind of mode for Work Hard Wednesdays because, like I told you, when we do have these, when we all come together. Well, I haven't told everyone this, but when we all come together, this is like this idea that we have about everybody meeting up at least once a month in the same room, and we're all working together because we need to understand how can we work together better. and we haven't, pretty much we haven't done that. We've all been doing like solo. We'll send a mess. I'll send out a message, or I'll direct you in that way, and then you pretty much you're going after it. I'll lead you the best I can, but for the most part, it's more of, all right, man, I gave you the steps. Now follow these steps to get to whatever was laid out. For instance, we put together this sales plan of attack, and I was just asking these guys, hey man, I just typed in most of the work, but I was asking for their ideas, what they think or feel confident in being able to accomplish on a weekly basis, and we went out and we worked. I mean, we worked on it, but that's kind of this path that I want to go on is media or social media. The website is pressing, like real deal. I want, F's been going into, or he's been meeting with some graphic designer, but it's been pressing because I don't know if you got a chance to read any of those articles that I sent, Ooze.
Yeah. I read that one about the website.
The 3 tweaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that right there, it's a step off from we're not in that position yet because we still got to work on building like a real functional website that's appealing, that's inviting, and then we can throw in those buttons that they speak about. But it's already, we want to get to that point. We should, right here in this meeting, like in these meetings with marketing, what do we stress? We stress internet, we stress leads, dropping traffic. We really want to, I read this thing, it said if 75% of your revenues aren't coming from the internet, you're doomed, or some shit like that, or I wouldn't say doomed, but you're setting yourself up for failure because 75% of revenue should be coming from the internet, and it makes sense. I mean, everybody's online, and we gotta really attack that online market. We gotta really tap into, and how do we do that? Well, we have to get to this point where website is pressing. We got to get a due date. Like, man, what the fuck? What is this shit gonna cost? What can we do right now? Like me personally, last night I was talking because of Kenny Capital that did the post that got Oos for us. He hit me up. He said, "Hey Oos," he was like, "Man, whatever you need for the website. I know you guys doing a facelift," and I just gave him a straight rundown. Hey Oos, this is what we're looking at. I gave him the basic information about the ingredients, the benefits, what we're trying to go for, which is we really want to focus more on the benefits on our website because it's more direct instead of, like Ray said, we're too broad. We need to really focus in on just direct, hit them direct, okay? Because of the fact that people, they want to know what is it going to do for them off the top. If it ain't going to do nothing for them, like dare to turn your dream into reality, yeah, that's a cool motivational speech, but what does it do for me? Yeah, you might, like in the beginning, it was hitting people, it was affecting people in a way that they was like, oh, man, reaching out to us from everywhere. Man, you inspired me to keep on going. You inspired me to start a business of my own. But now it's like, there's a bigger crowd out there that we're not tapping into because we just limited ourselves right there. The benefits open up the door to the story. Like, we went after it because we were trying to build it up. We did it the right way. Don't get me wrong. You got to build something up because there has to be a story behind it. If there's no story, it's just any other product. But we did it the right way. Now it's taking that next step as far as to, all right, let's focus straight up on benefits. The Arabica coffee bean, tropical banana, taro, noni, all of our ingredients, mango, pineapple, apple. All these ingredients, I told them, man, this is what we're looking for. Do some research, look at these websites, and put together some pieces for us because we're going to go, depending on what you're able to come up with other ideas, we might go to war with that. But that's what the feel of these Work Hard Wednesdays is like, really, okay, looking at our website, I mean, because that's the most pressing, to be honest. Like, I really want to get this done. I mean, we done wasted a lot of time saying, man, every 3 months we're going to do something. We never did nothing. and then next thing you know, it's 2015. So that's how I'm looking at looking at right now. What are some of the things that you have on mind? Because that's most pressing to me. Working on this website, ideas, even with like the Mirror League, even, we can even go back to that, or even make up our own little board of, okay, just like S did, but we didn't we put up all this stuff on Mirror League, and we didn't go after it, and we just let it sit. So we have to break that habit of just letting things sit and then actually, going through with it.
All right. Just for me, what I think that is kind of pressing to me is apparel. I think just from me being on social media, part of the marketing team, just as far as like so much engagement, as far as people asking, reaching out to us, asking about how they can get a Ushu shirt or a hoodie, just because I see how, because they see Pie's sweater and they see everybody's shirts and whatnot, and I could just see how badly these people want it, and how much I just really feel like if we just get some printed up and we just get like a little run, it doesn't even have to be a big one. It could be like an exclusive, like 20, 30 hoodies printed up, and then we could just throw it out there. Um, who wants a Ushu hoodie? All we gotta do is, I know we gotta order the prints and whatnot, but what type of budget will we be working with that?
So, just for example, let me pull something up. I think it's this.
I could start.
All right. So, what we went through here, I'm gonna pull this up real quick so we can screen share it. We got about 10 minutes here left, but this is who we went through last time to get all those shirts. They were called Shirt Champ, and it was $1.49. This was like for white though. The other colors obviously cost more, but here goes the list. It's a $1.49 to $4.08, depending on the upper 2X and 3X. So we're saying to ourselves, all right, we're looking at this. What color we want to go with? Like we did the black, we did the white. I mean, but we never pushed it on a scale of let's really go after and sell it. So this is heavy on your mind because there's somewhat of a demand. I get that, and it's also like what else is next for us, right? That's the feeling, right? Because it's saying, okay, man, make another flavor, but a flavor is too expensive right now. So we say, well, let's make some shirts. I totally understand. I totally get that. But now let's be more aggressive. So we're looking at this right here, right? We're looking at the pricing, and we're saying, all right, let's just do a small run. Let's do 25. Let's see what 25 does. If we're able to sell 25, maybe we'll do a 50. But we add up the numbers. 10 to be 10, 20, 30, 40, or 25, right? So 5, 10, 15, 20, like 6 or 7 shirts of each size or something like that. What's the number on that? 149 times 25. Oops. All right, so it's if we were to just do, just 25 shirts, $1.49 a piece from just small to XL, it would cost us $37.25. That's for white, from small to XL. That's what the T-shirt price will cost us. Now let me go to world.
Did you say $37 a piece, or for all of those shirts?
You talking about all, or just the small through XL?
All right, so this is who we go through for our prints. As you can see, it's $225 per imprint, and that's the Vibratrans. We went through the Easy Trans because it says it's the fastest and the easiest transfer on the market. The ink will stretch with the natural curvature of the human body, a bit more durable than Vibratrans, and our most popular transfer for printing on all light and dark fabrics. All Easy Trans transfers are back with one of the colors in the transfer. Um, so that's why we went with that one as compared to the cheaper one. But it only costs, what, 20 some cents or something like that more? $2.45 a print. So 25 prints. And it comes out to $61.25 or something like that. So that right there, 25 pieces. What was the number now? Did you guys get it?
Is it 37? $37 for the shirts plus
So 61 for the prints.
61. I'll just say 62. It's like about $199, around $100.
Out there, $100 budget, 25. I mean, it's as simple as that's. I mean, that's the kind of thinking that we're looking for. Is if we're gonna go after something as far as apparel, then we say, hey, Boog, hey, even though I brought it up right now, but hey, Boog, let's do some shirts. I got the budget right here. It's only about $100, 25 shirts plus the prints. It's gonna come out to like $100. I said, okay, now we got the budget. Now we go spend $100. But our job is to make sure that, as far as the marketing standpoint, we get back to this.
Hey, Blake, can you send me that email?
Yeah, I'll send you it. So, here we go. Hey, man, let's do apparel. There's a little demand. Okay, what's the budget? $100. Bam. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do it for social media marketing? Well, let's real deal flex on them. And I'm talking about using what we already have, and we're talking in their language. We got a bottle of Oosh Juice shirt like this, and we just getting some real legit quality pictures. Even using Andrew. I mean, he got a little bit of talent. Can't deny that. I mean, and he likes to do it anyways. So even getting him just to get a few snaps, and we go to fucking Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, we come up with some, pretty slick. I wouldn't even say slick, but just some commentary that's gonna catch somebody's attention. Because what I was thinking about is like something so simple as like, how we did the Bay or Nah. Would you rock this or not? Or would you buy this or not? And we got 25 prints. Give us a call, go to our website, DM us, and we just start pushing. Like shit like that. We only got 20. There's only 25. We only pressed up 25. If you want to join the movement, whatever, we'll come up with that a little script. You feel like joining the movement? You want to rock whatever. I don't know. We'll come up when we get to that point. We'll come up with something slick. That's the plan. You know what I mean? That's when we said, okay, now we want to attack this. But if there's no plan, then it's kind of hard to just go after something because we don't have all the proper information that we need to make that step. So that's the kind of feel that we're looking for Work Hard Wednesday. It was fast, but that's how we got to be. It's got to be a lot more quicker, even with events too. Because of the fact we're coming to a close in this in January, we did two events for selling, and we did one event that was we just donated product. So we did more events in this month than we did the entire last year, January. So we're already off to a good start, but we want to get it going. February is coming. We already got to be prepping for February events. Where can we fit in? You know what I mean? If we gonna introduce this apparel, bam, that's more streams of income. That's another product. Like we already know, not you're gonna survive off of one product. You need a couple products. And apparel, since we can't get to that get to the next flavor just quite yet, let's get to the apparel then. Let's start. It's another business in itself. But hey, man, we don't do too much. We learn it's the same exact approach as how we started this, right? we produced the least amount that we could because we wanted to see if we can move it. What do? We moved it. Then we got a little bigger, and a little bigger, and a little bigger. 8 runs later, we producing 18, 19 pallets now. You know, the 9th one's going to come pretty soon here, the 10th, and so on. We're going to just keep on increasing our production runs. But it's the same exact approach. We jumped into it deep last year when we went to the 7s, printed up all 250 shirts, came back, and we got to give them all away. You know, we sold a few, but we did too much. We expected way too much of a response, and you know, because there was a little demand on social media, and we shot ourselves in the foot right there. But hey, we learned from that. We keep it simple, keep it small, 25. Let's just build off of that. We only got 25, and we just keep on running different things, like those other little companies, clothing companies. Sav's brand, for instance, they'll do like, oh, there's only so many, and then the next one, next color, or whatever. There's only so many. Same exact approach, and that's how we're gonna run it. Now, if you want to put together a storyboard for it, and really list it out, like have the budget, have everything. That's what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Like the talk is fine. Like we can do this, but actually going to that next step of putting it together, because what happened? It came from your mind, right? You want to push this. This is what you want to do. No different than Marina Relay for Life. Go after it. I give you that right. I give you the authority. Because why? Because I know where you're coming from. I understand it, and I want to go there, but I just want us to really understand the process of putting together a campaign such as, and it's not even a campaign, but you know, well, actually it is a campaign that leads to more streams of revenue for us, and it affects our bottom line in a positive way. So that's what I would advise.
Ooh.
30, 50. That's 20 or 30 minutes, or yeah, 20 minutes right there as well. Any questions? I know we spent a little bit more time on distribution. We'll give a couple of minutes for questions. Any questions? Feel free. If not, we jump right into sales, and then we'll close it out with this last 20 minutes.
Yeah, just make sure you send me that email.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just for the just for our logo, right? Those prints.
Yeah. Okay. And see, and the thing, there's also, I got this book, this catalog, because there's a company, you guys recall, there's a company in San Ho that they supply it all. I mean, they got all that stuff that we're looking for. We don't have to go to Shirt Champ. We can actually pick it up in San Ho, and it may be a little bit cheaper, you know, because of the fact that there's the shipping. We can cut the shipping right out. Maybe a little bit cheaper for us. So I went on the website. I don't know what the pricing is, but I'll even send you that information so that you can get in contact with these dudes.
What was the name again?
Let me see real quick. It's called
That's the one that dude told you about, right?
Yeah, it's called Golden State Apparel, and the number is 408-278-1212. Golden State Apparel. I don't know the guy's name, but that's who Angel. This is the information that Angel gave me, and even, you know, because we got a few prints here that Angel did for us, and there's like some small 7-inch ones. And I was even thinking about joggers. I mean, joggers are in right now. You know, you inquire about that. Hey man, what are you running for? From whatever it is, small to whatever, and then just stamping it on the front, like bam, on the left leg. Put the logo right there on the left leg, and we got joggers now. But it's just little things like that I'm thinking about. I was like, oh man, I looked how it was on the shirt, how they did it, and it's just hella small. Like it ain't just, man, you can't. You know how big this one is. That thing is hella small. I was like, man, on a small shirt it looks small. It don't even look big on a small shirt. I was like, oh man, he's a homie. He gave us a good price, but yeah, we can't put that on no shirt.
You
I mean,
give our little shirts,
Yeah.
as our work shirts. You know what I'm
huh?
saying? The small ones, only put those like on like little polo shirts, those cheap polo shirts, and like as our work shirts. You know what I mean? Make us look a little bit more professional. Where it be on like right here, either on the right or the left side, on a polo shirt or something like that.
I was I was thinking some zip up hoodies too.
No, yeah, it looked cool. Like Pizzo put on his hoodie that one day he came over, and it fits. It like really fits on when we just slapped it on there and looked at it. It's like, oh yeah, that shit would be clean. But even, I mean, the polo shirt is, damn, I gotta look. I mean, we can look at it and see because I don't know.
You know, it'd be too big right there on a like on a little collared polo shirt.
If it was a little bit smaller,
Yeah,
but the sleeve is pretty, huh? It's like this big right here. Maybe, yeah, like that. I mean, we can look into it. All we have to do is just see it. You know, it's all in practice anyways. Press to see what it looks like. Um, Anything else for marketing?
No, that's it.
Cool. And then we'll meet when either tomorrow or yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So we go into sales right here. Finish it off.
so because I missed some of the meeting. What is the whole thing that you guys we're trying to get across here on these new Wednesdays? I'm picking up a little bit what you were saying to Will, like what's pressing him in marketing. So is that the same? That's what you want me to answer? Is like what's pressing me and what's pressing in sales? What we really need to do, or something like that?
Same same exact thing.
Sales wise, what's pressing me, especially is shit. We ain't making no sales lately. I mean, can't say it's been dead or anything like that, but just, I mean, we've seen. I haven't even done a spreadsheet yet, but I mean, the sales just this month alone so far, compared to last month, is compared to last year is way way down. You know what I mean? We're down by like almost 200 cases or something like that. So it's like, man, like today, I personally just I went and sat in shell for like 2.5, 3 hours just sampling. You know what I mean? And I plan on doing the same thing tomorrow. Going to sitting there at a different time, probably going a little bit early and sitting there for about 3, 4 hours and just sampling right inside there. And then even today, how you were telling, you know, about how you were saying on the new cards about the benefits, right? Like for
Hmm.
instance, today, I had a couple people walk in. Hey, you like to try a free sample? Nah, I'm cool. But as they're standing in line, somebody else comes in, and then I start breaking it down to them, like, oh man, it's got this in it, it's got this in it, and then it catches that person's ear that just said no. Oh, let me try it, man. I heard some of the stuff that you were telling this next person, about what's in it. Let me try it. And so I think that is a good idea with the new flyers, and even at sample events, mainly just telling these people what's in it, because I just tripped out on how it happened. The dude looked like a straight dickhead. I was like, now I don't even want to sample. Then he's waiting in line to get his transaction going, and I'm sitting there breaking it down to another lady. Like, yeah, it's got apple, mango, pineapple, and the dude, I could see the dude looking at me like, oh, let me try it, man. I heard some of the ingredients, what I'm saying, you're talking to this young lady about, and then, I mean, it happened like 3 times a day. But man, my main thing that is sales. It's like, how can we just continue to improve? I mean, we've thought of things to do, more sampling, heavier sampling, but it's what else can we do other than sampling?
Well, I mean, the thing here goes what we have to understand. Like we already have a plan of attack,
Yeah.
and we already put it together for what we want to achieve. And the reason, this is what we have to understand. It's like when we say what's realistic, when we say, okay, we think we could do this, or we feel, strongly about the moves that we could bust, pretty much, then we have to look at that sales plan. We have to really be honest with ourselves. Like, what the hell are we doing to actually achieve these goals and sales? Like, because if we're looking at it right here, right here, we'll just go right here. I just want to bring this up. I mean, the retailer end, it's gonna. I have faith. After this meeting that comes, I really feel that they're gonna buy a lot of pallets. I mean, they might start off 1 or 2. Once we go out there and do some ride-alongs, really get in. I just don't think they're gonna be playing around like that. They got a lot of accounts, so I think it's gonna be real big. Just like I told you guys in that text. They just inherited 2,000 cases. 2,000 cases. That's pretty much, depending if it's 12 or 24. But if let's just say it is 12 in the case. That's pretty much like 20 pallets that they just got. 2,000 cases that just dropped it on DBI. Dropped it on them. They didn't want to carry the products no more. They wanted to focus on alcoholic beverages, and so they was like, oh. No doubt. So I just have a feeling that that door that opens up to Sacramento, they're going to be purchasing a lot of product. And I have faith in in reaching our goals, through the retailer. I mean, because this is what we want. I mean, we want 11,860. That's what we want to hit. 3 pallets order. When we look at this, and we have to be looking at this every day, if we want 3 pallets ordered through distribution companies, then we have to say to ourselves, all right, how much product do they have? Like me personally, yeah, I'm gonna always continually keep in contact with the distributor, but you got to take it upon yourself too. Like even Ray, I'll give you that information, because it is a part of distribution, and that's what I wanted to mention as well. Going back there, and then I'll jump back into sales, but you keeping in contact with the guy's name is Hever, and knowing, all right, hey, can you send me out, and I'll send you this out. What their last report was, I'll send you this out. Hey man, keep me posted on what you guys are doing, what product is being dropped off, how much inventory do you guys have in the in-house. Because right now they got 90 cases of product left, and we want to get at least 3, right? So they're gonna order 2 pallets after these 90 cases are done with. Now that we got the information, we have to go like this. We have to think to ourselves, all right, January almost over. We got February, March for 3 pallets. We need to go hit these accounts that order a lot of product. Which accounts are those? Well, Terrace Liquors, they're down to less than 6 cases or something. They order 24, 25, or 24, something like that. That's already, bam, knock down that 90. Ray, what do you call it? Yeah, Ray, even 10th Street, get another 10 in there. Bam. Who else is running low? Santa Cruz. We got the Rod and Ross up there that only has a few cases left. Bam, we clean them out. Now we got 2 pallets ordered coming from Premium. You know what I mean? But this is why it's so important that we look at our plan. Our plan of attack is simple. We tend to just forget about what the hell we just put together. We can't afford that no more. We did that already for 2 years. We put these things together. Oh, cool. And we just forget about it. No, look at the shit every day so that you know, all right, nigga, we got 523 cases sold through retailer. Well, how many are we at right now? Shit, we got like 90 or something like that. Let me see.
60.
We're at 71 right now. Yeah, 71. We want to do 523. 523 take away 71. That's what we got to hit. Take away 71. We need 452 cases. 452 cases. 204 is going to come from premium beverage. So 452 take away 204. Man, that's two. Then we need 248 cases. I expect CTC, they got 70 cases. They got 70 cases. We do a few samplings. I think we could get that third pallet for 204, or for actually 102. Take away 102 equals 146. Then we'll have 146 left over. But those are the goals. That's how we have to look at it, how we have to break things down, and that's why it's so important for us to just look at this shit every single day, because those prospect A's that get a 15-day checkup, the prospect B's that get a 30-day checkup, we got to hit them dudes. Like, real deal. Heart and Shell, they're down to the last 6 cases. They're going to have to re-up. You know what I mean? They're going to get a little 10 plus 1, 11, or 20 plus 2, whatever. We'll get that in there. And then right there, I think that's the whole palette right there. Out of that 90 cases, if we think 20, it knocks it down to like 70, get another 20 in, knocks it down to what, 50, get 11 there, 40 something. I mean, those, and that's what we have to do right there. Now, direct-to-consumer sales, this is why it's so important. We have to sell 7.5 cases per week and 30 cases in a month. We started on the 2nd week or 3rd week, whatever, when we wanted to implement this thing. And we wanted to implement the buyback program. How many, if we're drinking on average, this was the average that was given to me. If you're drinking 2 a day, and we still don't got no direct-to-consumer sales, then why did we even say 7.5 cases per week, 30 cases in a month? Like, if people that drink Oost Juice, which is Pizzo, Mick, on a regular, supposedly on a regular, 2 a day, and we're running 2 for $5 right here, right? So that's what does that add up to?
28, like 2 cases.
7 equals 14. Yeah, 14. Yeah, like 4. That's 14 times 3. 14 times 3 is 42 bottles that we should be having every week from buybacks. That's 3 cases right there. That's 3 cases, and we're supposed to sell 7.5 cases per week. But we were the ones who put it on ourselves. Like, we was the one who said, okay, let's do 30 cases in a month. Why we say that if we're not going to go out there and be able to sell 30 cases in a month? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, we're putting ourselves out there, but we're not following through. Like, we're just blurting things out, and we're not even really thinking about, hey, man, we said 30 cases in a month. We need 30 cases in a month. Yeah, we got, fortunate for us, we just did, because of the event, and that's why it's important to have events, we already surpassed the 30 cases in a month direct to consumer. But don't always depend on that, you feel me? Like, we got already 28, and we did 12 over here at the little thing, so we got our monthly. We met our monthly quota. But understand, don't always depend on the events, you feel me? Like, if they're not lined up, and then that's where marketing comes in, having events lined up for us so we can go and attack and make sure that we meet the 30 cases in a month. But just in case, remember, our buyback program, that's helping us out. Like, our sampling in front of stores, yeah, that's cool. Like, we could we'll support those stores, but also let's support ourselves because we need to meet certain quotas. You feel me? 30 cases in a month, it isn't impossible. We just showed it. Like, we already did it. So we need to keep 30 cases in a month going for the whole year, right? Because if you let's just add up that, right? It's 30 cases. What is 30 cases? Oh yeah, 30 times 30. That's $900 times 12. That's $10,800.
Yeah.
You feel me? You just add it up the whole year. 30 cases in a month. You times by $30. That's an extra $10,800 from direct to consumer sales. That's what we have to look at, and when it could even increase. I mean, come on now, we already know that we selling $5 a pop at some of these events, easily increase our sales, but that's the minimum. 10.8 for a whole year, 900 a month. You guys should be, in sales. Okay, our quota is to make $900 for direct to consumer sales for the month, and we have to go attack that. You know what I mean? We have to go attack that. Now, come mid-March, April is when we get back into really going after accounts. Depending on how this plays out in February, though, depending on this weather, I would even start then going to win accounts as well. I mean, just how the weather has been in January. Oh wow, this has been some great weather for us, man. That has allowed us to get out there and do some samplings. But depending on how February is, we'll see. We went overboard a little. Oh, wait, did we? Yeah, 50. Oh, right here. Yeah, we're about to finish right here. But this is what we have to do for sales, man. You know what I mean? On your end, just look at this, man. Every single day, you should be looking at this. Like, us as a sales team should be looking at this, and we should be saying, okay, let's go out there and eat. Let's go out there and grind. I mean, because that's how we're going to eat. The grinding leads to the eating, but we have to stick to the plan. Don't overthink shit, because we already know what we have to do. Look at our plan, stick to the plan, and at the end of the day, when the month is over, we got the 900. We sold the 30 cases in that month. You know what I mean? But we have to stick to the plan. That's the most important thing. Don't try to get too far beyond that.
Also, one thing I found out today about when I was at Shell, a lot of our guys, the guys we had there working, pushing, like Monkey, the dude Monkey, that's one of the, he's at Nice now. He's like graveyard, and so in a way that's why it's kind of slowed down. So in a way it was good I was there today, because I was able to meet the two of the new guys and basically break down, explain to them, how to sell. Because if I would have even went in there today, I would have never found out all this information that these new guys don't basically know how to sell Ooze Juice. You know what I mean? And so actually I got a chance to sit there and talk to them and show them different ways. Like one of the guys, I met the second guy before I left, but I got a chance to, really explain to him why these guys sell Ooze Juice, explain to him the incentive program, and basically just gave him the whole rundown on everything, because I plan on going in there again tomorrow and Friday to try and help them get off on that low. They probably got 40, 50 cases left in there still. And it's been that slow, you know what I mean? Because these new people don't know how to sell Ooze Juice. So that's what I did today, sampling, and at the same time explaining to him different types of ways to sell it, what they would do, just because we lost two of the main guys that were pushing it in there, Monkey and then the white dude Drew. I haven't seen him there in a while. I think he might have possibly got laid off. So it's a whole new crew of people again in there that don't know how to sell Ooze Juice. So I plan on spending the next 2 days in there breaking it down to them, but tomorrow probably in the morning, and then Friday possibly in the afternoon, so I can meet the other two new people and explain to them how to sell it and get them back to what they were doing again.
Didn't they take on that product too from Capitol or from SoCal?
And then I just found out today that they haven't even started the work. All that shit got postponed, repostponed for they found mold in the store, and so they have to like tear down the whole like half of the store to rebuild it because there was mold in there and shit.
Mm.
And Abraham was telling me he's like it was kind of his fault that they took the product out of there, thinking that it was going to close down already. He's like we should have kept it there. So, but they are going to do a grand opening come the end of February, and they want us there again for that to do the grand opening at that store to help boost up, you know what I mean, get it going again. So.
Cool. Yes, to stay on that, and that's the beauty of us having a small little town is because of the fact that our number one seller, they deserve 80% of our attention. You know what I mean? They bringing in 20% of our revenue, so yeah, you're gonna get that. But
Yeah.
us being consistent, spending time out there, that is the challenge. How consistent are we gonna be uh, on a regular basis? You know, if we can, if like how I brought it up this morning to you, we designate specific people to go out. You know, one stay in the area here, one go to Salinas, one go to Santa Cruz. We designate people. I'm telling you, man, it could get popping, like real deal in Marina. Because if we only tapped into like a small percentage of the people, and then we're out there on a regular basis, like literally every single day. Because I want to hear after you do Thursday and then you do Friday the experience. Because we never did just straight up 3 days in a row at that same exact spot ever. So that right there alone, that's gonna give you so much to give us. Like, damn, I did 3 days in a row. This is what I was able to accomplish. It's in selling wise. While I was here these 3 days, I think we can be more effective. We just kill like whole weeks. And we talked about this way in the beginning, if you guys recall. Like, man, let's just focus on specific regions. Like, we just hitting them hard every single day. We're out there just in front of these spots and just showing them because we wanted to get them to that higher load. If they see that, like on a regular shell, they already know the business. But implementing that same approach on these other stores, we want them to get to the shell numbers, or I wouldn't say the shell numbers, but at least to the 10-1. And I think from your experience right here, it's going to allow us to see like how effective it really was. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 days straight. Now just imagine if we did, a whole week at specific hotspots. I would say the ones we really want them to really be booming, and even order larger quantities. That's the mentality we have to have, like day in and day out, man. But we'll see. We'll see.
And then even doing it inside,
See.
that shit made a total difference. It made a big difference to where you don't got to walk inside and show them where it is. Where I just put cases on the table right there, from right behind me, and boom, they just started like we did at the summit, and they were just grabbing them straight from there. And so even that played a huge part, just being inside and then having the product right there behind me and then in front of me, to where they don't really have to walk to the cooler or nothing. They just grab it and then boom, right there to the register. So.
Yeah. Cool. So real quick, once again, buyback program. It's been implemented. We have to do it. I mean, don't like the buybacks from the stores. We'll still do that, but at the same time, if you're gonna buy from ourselves. You know what I mean? Let's keep that in mind. We went a little bit overboard with the time, but once again, questions, look back over this. Anything comes to mind, bring it to our attention. Communication, effective communication at that, and just continue to press forward. We can't stress it enough. We have a lot of things that we are trying to accomplish and achieve in such a short amount of time. And the more that we get on the same page of where we're, real deal, get on the same page and attack this thing, the better our chances of achieving those goals. And it could take a few months, it take a few years. Which one do you guys want? I'd rather take it a few months because we already know. Like, man, we've seen companies Shopify, I'll bring it up. They opened up the door for the company opened up the door for their sales, and what they hit 1 million in sales in the first 9 months or almost a year. That's the importance of online. 75% of your sales should come from online. That's why it's so big for us, is because when we learn how to tap into it properly, we can easily go from 0 to 100 like real quick. It's not going to take us that long, but it comes down to consistency. How much effort are we going to give on a consistent basis? Those are my final words. Appreciate you guys' time, and let's keep on rolling, man. That being said, go ahead. I'll go ahead and end it out in prayer, and then we get on our separate ways. Father, Lord, I come to you in prayer, and Lord, I thank you for the opportunity to come together on this Work Hard Wednesday. Lord, you know our hearts. You know where we're headed, the vision that you gave us. I mean, this is the path that we're walking on. There are just little things that we have to work out within ourselves, and that comes down to consistency, being persistent, and chasing after this dream to turn it into reality. I mean, we don't just talk about grinding with a purpose. We really want to live this. It's a lifestyle. You know, we got people's, not only ourselves, but family depending on us to make something happen, and I'd rather they depend on us than anybody else, because I really feel that you blessed us with this opportunity to do something great, and it's beyond us. You know, we're not selfish. We know the bigger picture. We know that our promised land is guaranteed if we continue to take the steps towards it. Now, if we don't, then obviously we're not going to get there. But we know, Lord, we know where we're headed, and we know who we're led by. And I need you to continue to give us the strength that we need, mentally, physically, and spiritually, to continue to march forward and to continue to give effort. I mean, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. We have a lot of work to do this 2015. We're still in the first month, and we just got to continue on this grind. So as we close this out here, I ask that you be with us near and far. And I give you all the praise, glory, and honor for your worthy. We love you, Lord. In Jesus' name pray. Amen.
Amen.
Stuff.